Let me give you, you said only a few questions. I'll give you Honorable Low after.
Thanks, Chair. Chair, a lot has been said and back and through, so I'm not going to repeat the stuff that I had noted. But what I would like to point out through you to the Minister, DG and team is, before I put my question, is 2 or 3 things. The first thing is, and I myself and Honourable Gabu has in the past said maybe we should call the previous minister in front of this committee as well. We are in this situation in the 7th Parliament because of a mess. I can have stronger words to describe the situation of higher education, including the appointment of people on accounting authorities, boards, whatever positions we have to appoint via the Minister's office or the department. And we are not the same team, and we are not going to allow, Chairperson, I know you will agree, that our legacy of the 7th Parliament and this committee is to be the same as the legacy we inherited. We are not going to allow that. Individual parties will take legal action if need be. The committee will do whatever they have to within the powers allocated to us. And Minister, I'm glad you speak about listening to society. I'm going to speak on it later. But the preamble of the Constitution of this country say, we the people. So I'm putting it to you today, if you are going to listen to some society, you've created the precedents today for your future, and that is to listen to all society, no matter what. It's very easy to run a campaign on social media on unhappiness, and then you will have to respond the same way you acted today. So I, Chairperson, am of the opinion, no matter how much the Minister tried to explain on Wednesday and how much this is going here with advice and without advice, is that you have to acknowledge, it doesn't mean you're a bad person, because I'm not here to talk about personalities, but you did not apply your mind. There's no other way to think about it. Because Wednesday, during the question session, you said that this list was bloated. You even mentioned about PhDs and engineers, medical doctors, whatever. But not a word, not a single word about expertise to save the broken entities or authorities. Not a word. It seems like, and I have great respect for academics and achievements that people make. But when you want to fix a broken system or body, you need people who specialize in that. You know, while this was going on, I thought about many PhDs and many people with nothing. And then you would, and the one thing came up was that I trust a priest or a pastor or whatever, but we had a pastor who used doom on the congregation. So anybody with anything is not necessarily the right person. So I do think that in your statement, by the way, which you have issued, and I'm not sure if all members have it, my apology, Chair, I didn't share it again now while I was sitting here listening to this, actually says that, because you spoke about the independent bodies and panels and whatever, you actually says here, I will also establish a new independent panel to process the nominations and recommend candidates. So this means that you cannot, if I understood this correctly, and what you have said previously here contradicts, because you said you have these independent people who you trust, whatever. You cannot use the same people to do the same position interviews, not one of them. We will find out. We also politicians for a very long time, since 95, if you want to know exactly. So that is the thing. And Chairperson, the Minister must also tell us, I believe, whether you believe it, is my question. You know, it's like too much power corrupt. If you use the same panelists, the same whatever advisory bodies, and you appoint the same people over and over and over, it's going to become a mess. Too much power. I, as an applicant or an aspirant applicant, might eventually know who they are because they're always the same, and bribery will come out of it. It happens that we are in government. But Chairperson, my questions are, and I actually would like to quote some of the media stuff that I read. I read your statement, I read all the media coverage that the President has, and there are words, Chairperson, like, it was a mistake. There was nepotism, what. And that's why I say you did not apply your mind. My questions are the following, Chairperson. Can you tell us by the time you withdrew, you sent letters to these successful candidates, if you want to call them that you are going to appoint. You just now said on one of the responses that they got letters. In 2 days they have to say whether they accept the appointments or not. So in that 2 days, I saw there was a date on one of the articles of the 19th of May, and you withdrew the list on the 15th or something. So in that 2 days, that any person responded with a positive that they are accepting? If so, who are they and where are they connected? My other question, Chairperson, is there was accusations of political bloated or connections and involved in connections with board members or chairs, whatever the case may be. And are any of these applicants in any way working for government and its departments or entities? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Desirée. Minister.
No, thank you so much, Chair. Within the list, some responded and others did not respond. So we can finish the portfolio committee with the list of those who actually replied to say they are accepting the offer. Yes.
There was another question. The first one.
Oh, the new one that you are asking, you are saying the statement says, I will also establish a new honorable member. I take your advice.
And any, Chairperson, any government-related business or employment?
Business.
Of an applicant.
So from those who had initially been appointed, the chairperson, do you have any of them working for business? Is that what you're asking? Or working for government?
Yeah, any of the applicants and anybody on any of these panels.
Or on the panels?
Panels and application.
Okay. So on the ones that you had appointed?
There's a panel.
No, there's the chairpersons.
Oh.
Did you have any of them working for government? That is one. Number two, are the panelists that you had appointed to deal with these matters of NSFAS, this one, all of them, working for government?
Yes, with the advisor falls under working for government because it's paid by public funds. It's Mr. Konde. Yeah, he was the former DG of the department that I can think of. And then with the panel, I need to scrutinize but most of them, they are more into the private sector, serving as board members, and others are academics. And I think one of them is an advisor. Yeah.
Okay, you'll give that.
No, I will ask for consent. I cannot just say committee and say I'm going to give. Because what if I don't get a consent?
No problem. No, I'm saying to you, you will give us a list of those. There was a Karabo list that said this one is a CFO or whatever at this municipality and all of that. So give us a list of all those that were appointed who are working for government, and not only the advisor to the minister. That's the point I was getting at. So go, give us that list, scrutinize it, and give us even at which level of government do they work for. Then the second one, we've agreed about you going to look for consent.